my friends, how you doing today? I am doing well. Yeah, I am doing well. I gotta tell you, I'm gonna share a little bit with you about a situation. My wife won tickets for us to go have a meet and greet slash, what do they call it, question and answer period with the Chevy Chase. Yes, Christmas Vacations, SNL, Spies Like Us, Three Amigos. Yeah, that Chevy Chase.
I gotta get to this card here. Excuse me. He's known for his breakthrough performance on the first iconic season of Saturday Night Live, along with Lorne Michaels, and as the head writer, he co-created the template for the longest-lasting TV sketch comedy show in history. Most everyone here is sure to know, if not all of his titles: Foul Play, Caddyshack, National Lampoon's Vacation, which was followed by European Vacation, Flex, Spies Like Us, Three Amigos, Funny Farm. Ladies and gents, the one and only Mr. Chevy Chase. You're making me horny. Stop. Oh, man. Hi, I'm fat. I just ate a goddamn duck. So is this something?
Yes, it was a question and answer period with Chevy Chase after we watched the classic movie Caddyshack. Now, there's going to be more videos about this because after that, of course, you know that this channel is about movies and memories, and every single time I do something that strikes a memory, I have to purchase something to remember that, because listen, the mind is not working so well lately. Okay, I forget things like unbelievably. I don't know what's going. I don't know if it's the medication. I don't know what the situation is, but they according to my family and people for the last, like, I don't know, 2-3 years, they say I have too much on my mind. It's not that I'm getting Alzheimer's. It's not that I'm getting older. I'm not losing my memory. I'm not losing my mind. They're saying that it's because I have too much on my mind, too much on my plate. There's too much on my plate. I got too many financial issues and like mental issues. Like, there's things going on in my life that I just can't see. Listen, I'm not just getting. I don't just worry about myself. Okay, now if I was a selfish person, I'd wake up every day and just be self-centered and worried about myself every single day. But no, I got other people in my life. I got 3 daughters, and I got a son, and I got a wife, and I got all of the kids at the preschool and their families, and the owner and their families, and everybody that's involved in my life I worry about. Okay, I just am built this way. I swear I got this empathy problem. This I'm empathetic. Okay, I got this problem where I feel people's pain and agony, and in return I'm forced to take medication because I can't deal with the stress and the strain of everything going on. So anyway, the wife, where I was going with that, I don't know. So I got a lot on my plate. So when the wife won tickets, why I'm all over the place. My memory. This is the memory. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about the memory. How messed up it is. But the wife won tickets to go see Caddyshack. It was a special screening of Caddyshack, okay? And then afterwards was a question and answer period with Chevy Chase. And she tells me this, and I didn't really think much of it. I didn't really think much of it until I started thinking much of it. Okay, now when I usually think much of it is usually when I'm on the crapper. Okay, when I'm sitting on the crapper, I sit there, and that's when I start being thankful for things, and I start thinking about things, and I start running things through my head, and I'm like, wow, you know what? Question and answer period with Chevy Chase. Now, what does Chevy Chase mean to me? Now, Chevy Chase is like an icon to me. I grew up with Chevy Chase, and I'm a 70s kid, okay? So SNL was like my Saturday night regular, okay? With I saw the original group when they originally aired, you know, John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, Steve Martin wasn't a part of Saturday Night Live, but he hosted it enough. All the classics, you know, when Eddie Murphy, all those guys, okay? And of course, Chevy Chase was like the main guy. He did the live from New York. It's Saturday night. He did the fall every single beginning. Plus, I own all of the SNLs. What I got? The season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's when they stopped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get the first 5 seasons of SNL, which are probably the best 5. Okay, which are the ones with the original cast. And so the wife tells me, she's like, I got these tickets to go see. I won them on the radio. Some kind of contest. Don't know what it was. But she's like, we're gonna go see Chevy Chase. Now, what would you ask Chevy Chase if you had the opportunity to ask Chevy Chase? Now I'm one of these people that I don't want to meet my celebrities. I don't want to meet celebrities. I don't want to meet them because I think that I have a strange feeling I'm not going to be happy with who I meet. I think that the persona that they put on and when they acting and everything, that's the acting thing, okay? And when they do like especially Chevy Chase, like SNL, is he really going to be a nice guy? Is he not going to be a nice guy? If I actually meet him, is he going to be like rude and like like a pompous ass or something like that? Am I going to feel like I'm not important? Like I spent years and years and years paying money to go see your movies, and I've spent all this time watching your movies, collecting your movies, and paying for your movies, and watching them over and over and over again. Are you going to understand what kind of a fan I am of you? So I started thinking about it, and the wife's like, do you have a question? Now, my son had a question. My son sends me a text. He's like, Dad, I got a question. You can ask him. You got a question, you can ask him. And the question was, how many takes did it take for you to do the part with the boss on Christmas Vacation? Now, he wanted to know, like, when he does the part when he says the floor flushing 2 times, he goes through that whole thing about he goes, bring me my boss, Mr. Shirley here, right away. And then all of a sudden Eddie goes and gets the boss, but he does this whole thing. Okay. And I was like, that's a good question, but I Googled it and I found it out. Okay. So I was like, okay, well, I really didn't. So in my head, as where I'm in the bathroom and I'm thinking about this, yeah, that's where I do my thinking, in the bathroom. I'm like, I don't think I would ask Chevy Chase anything as much as I would want to comment on something. And the comment would be, I would want to thank him. Okay, this was from the heart. I would literally have wanted to stand up there and say thank you for the years of escape. Okay, because when SNL was on and stuff like that on a Saturday night, I was in my room. Okay, door shut, door locked, watching SNL, happy as can be. Parents left me alone. I was by myself or whatever. And then when the movies came out, Spies Like Us and Nothing But Trouble and all those great movies that he did, all the vacations, I would just watch them over and over and over again. And they would bring me like a real lot of laughter. Now, I'll tell you, when I got old enough to go to the movie theater, I would go to the movie theater all the time, and I'd watch just about anything. Okay, I'd go see anything at the movie theater. Whatever was playing, whatever got me the hell out of that house with all the yelling, screaming, and fighting, and things being thrown around, and people swearing at each other. And listen, anything to get me the hell out of the house, I would go see. So I saw some real stinkers, and I saw some real winners. But it kind of made me into the person that I am, the movie knowledgeable man that I am right now, is because I lived at Cinema 7 movie theater. That's where I was. It was Cinema 6. Then for some reason they added another theater and it became Cinema 7. It was $2.50, which was my lunch money, and I would go every single day. If I got an allowance, if I got any extra money, if I got some money for birthdays, whatever, I put that away, and I would go see 2 movies in a row. I lived at the movie theater. So what my comment to Chevy Chase would have been, if this was done properly, which it kind of was odd, and I'll explain that in a second, would be to thank him. Thank you for the escape, for the hour and a half of escape where I could go and be away from that hell that I was living in and just laugh for an hour and a half by myself in a dark theater. That's what would have been my thank you. That would have been my whole comment. Would have been thank you for making me laugh, because I'll tell you right now, Chevy Chase is a funny guy. And so we go see Caddyshack. The wife never saw Caddyshack before, which I thought was kind of cool. I've seen Caddyshack so many times I can quote like half the movie, but I was like, she's never seen it. This is kind of cool. So she's seen it for the first time. And then you got the diehard fans that are like quoting it while the movie's playing or whatever. And then you got the drunk fans that are there that are yelling and screaming at the screen, which is kind of annoying. But after it was done, here comes Chevy Chase out there, and it was cool. But number one, he's 80 years old. He's 80 years old. So I felt I was getting old. Like, I'm like, this guy's 80 years old. He's 80 years old. He comes out. He's forgetting things as he's doing his question and answering, which the question and answering was not us standing up. You see those things on Comic-Con or whatever, where you get to stand up and do a question and answer period. No, we had to text our questions to him. And then they had a mediator relay the questions to him. So my question didn't get my statement didn't get picked or whatever. And my wife's question, the one that my son wanted to know, didn't get picked either. It was very, very like I want to say he just answered 2 questions that were from the crowd. The rest were all like improvisational questions that were fed to the mediator. But it was kind of cool because he was a very, very humble guy. Now I don't know if that reached I don't know if you reach a certain age and you become a humble guy, but he actually took like a selfie with the crowd. He asked to put the stage the people lights on. I don't know what you call the people. What are the people lights? Like, could we put the lights on for the people? And he stood out in front of the stage and he took he had this guy take like a selfie of him and his wife, and he had his 4 kids. I think it was 4 kids or 3 kids with him, and he had like this whole thing where he took like a selfie with us, like in the background, because he was like, this is what I do now. You know, I did that acting thing before, and I love acting, and that's what I love to do, and I love to make people laugh, and I love to do improv and everything, and I love to do SNL and all that stuff like that. He goes, but now at this age, he goes, I love to see the people, because when you're an actor, he goes, you don't get to see the actual people's response to what you're doing. You're acting, and then you don't see the response. He goes, doing these Comic-Con things or these I get to see responses. So I thought that was it was kind of cool. So I thought I'd share that with you. I thought I'd share. Am I getting calls or messages? I'm getting messages. Okay. I just wanted to tell you that I thought it was kind of cool. The wife won tickets, and I was kind of excited about it. Next, I got 2 packages. I got a package, and I got something I want to share with you. So what is it going on? What's it going on here? Okay, I'll check that out later on. Okay, so my phone's gonna go off. That's work in a group text that just goes buzz, 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 buzz until I decide I'm gonna look at it. So this one comes from REM Group from Upland. So to wrap up the whole Chevy Chase thing, as I'm driving home, I told the wife, I said, I gotta get an autographed picture of Chevy Chase. Now, I probably could have got an autographed picture of Chevy Chase there, but it doesn't come with a certificate of authenticity. Now, I know I'm there, and I know that I'm like, now tell me, you collectors, okay? I know that when you go to these things, okay, you Comic-Con goers and these signature collectors and everything, you go to these things and they sign it right there in front of you, they hand it off to you, but you don't get a certificate of authenticity. You don't get it like a Beckett authorization. You don't get a is it JPL, JLP, LP, whatever it is. You don't get the PSA. There you go. You don't get a PSA. I think there's a J something too. You don't get that authorization, authentic. I can't say it. I can't say the word. I literally can't say it. Authentication. You don't get a certificate of authenticity. You don't get that when you go to these things. They sign it right in front of you, and then it's like my word. Okay, so people come over my house, like, is that an autograph of Chevy Chase over there? Where'd you get it? I got it at the Comic-Con. Oh, really? Is it really his autograph? Yeah, I was there. How do we know? Oh, well, okay, yeah, I never had it authenticated, so I can't really prove it. So I'm on the way home, and I'm told the wife, I said, what's your favorite Chevy Chase movie? She's like, of course, it's Christmas Vacation. I'm like, yeah, I'd say Christmas Vacation or The First Vacation, or Spies Like Us or Three Amigos would be one of my favorites. I said, I'm kind of a funny farm, movies that people not really normally go see. Seems like old times. Seems like old times, right? Seems like old times. Yeah. I think that's what it is, right? Yep. I'm looking over there because that's why I ended up putting everything over in a. Yes, it seems like it's old times. The one with Goldie Hawn where they make him rob a bank and then he's gonna hide underneath her bed. Anyway, she's like Christmas Vacation. So I ended up getting an autographed in silver with a Beckett certificate of authenticity. There you go. Picture of him plugging in the lights. You know when he goes to plug the lights and the lights don't light up, and he's got like that look on his face, like, and then he goes to plug it in, and then it all of a sudden sparks or whatever. So I got that picture, and I bought a special protecting case. That's gonna be coming in the mail, so you're gonna see an unboxing of that pretty soon. But I have this over there, yeah. And on top of that, I bought the singing gopher. Okay, so you're the singing gopher that does Kenny Loggins' "I'm All Right." So that's gonna be coming in the mail too. So. Like, share, subscribe so you can see me unbox these things. I know you want to see a singing, dancing gopher. Well, I want to see if it even works. That's what I want to see, because this thing's like 20 years old. So I want to see if it still sings and dances. All right, so first package. I'm all over the place today. It was a long day at work. Is the brand new Scream on Blu-ray. Yeah, I didn't 4K it, because they did that trick. They did that trick that they do. Now, let me see. Wait a minute. I bought this thing without the digital code. Yep. No digital code. So I figured I was going to save a buck or two. I am a little disappointed that nowadays we don't get a Blu-ray DVD. Because, you know, it was always a Blu-ray DVD digital copy. Okay, that's what you would get. And then for a while, it was a 4K Blu-ray digital copy. Okay? Now, it's like, if you're like the ultimate collector like I am, I got to buy the Blu-ray, and then I got to buy the 4K, and then I got to buy the DVD, all separate, because for some reason, is this Paramount? What company? Yeah, it's Paramount that's doing this. Paramount, they don't give you the two discs anymore in digital copy. Now it's like, buy everything separate, okay? Like, this should have been a Blu-ray DVD combo pack. If I was buying the 4K, it should have been a 4K Blu-ray combo pack. But no, that's not the way it is. And I figured, because I don't have the Screams on 4K yet, and I'm assuming down the road there's going to be some kind of ultimate 4K Scream box set, because Scream is like one of those iconic movies. I might as well just complete my Blu-ray collection and just buy the Blu-ray for now, since I have not seen this movie yet. And I'm like, okay, I might as well just buy it now, and then later on when they come up with the ultimate 4K special edition Scream Factory Scream box set that's like $200 paying for now, and you can have it later on, then I'll buy it later on, because that's what us collectors do. Scream is that Scream 4? Not Scream 4, Scream 5. No, 6. Scream 6. What am I doing? It's a VI. It's a 6. It's a 6. I can't Roman numerally count. Okay, that's what's going on there. What did I say? 4? That's 6. All right. And then the next thing I got over here is a box. Yes, it's a box from Hot Toys, and I'm about to unbox another toy for you, and I'm waiting for his partner. Okay, but I gotta unbox this because this, my friends, is something I've been waiting for a while. It's from one of my absolute favorite movies. I dare say the perfect movie. The perfect movie. Okay, I heard that by I don't know if there's like a Rotten Tomatoes thing or whatever, that almost everybody in the world has seen this movie. Okay, has seen this movie at least once, and has absolutely loved it. And it's like a percentage of like 3% of people that do not like this movie. It's like 3% of the world does not like this movie, and the rest of the people in the world, they love this movie. But this one's not actually from. This is from part 3 of the movie. It's a trilogy, and I am talking about. Actually, I pulled out my 4K. Oh man, dropped that right on my phone. Did I crack my case? That was stink. Nope. Good. All right. This is my 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray digital. See, they did that back then, right? Did the 4K Blu-ray Ultra HD, and this is my 3-film set. But I also have the Steelbook set. I got the Blu-ray set. I got the DVD set. Listen, I'm obsessed with Back to the Future. Okay, so when I heard these things were coming out, I had to get it, and I already opened the top, and I'm gonna unbox this for you. I'm gonna do the best I can to show you what this is. This is a 1/6 scale Back to the Future 3 Marty McFly. Look at that. I'm going to do my very, very best to unbox this thing, because I am not too good at unboxing toys. But if you look around, saying Back to the Future 3 Marty McFly. Now, I did order Doc. For some reason, I paid for him. He's paid for, but he's on back order. I'm waiting for him to be shipped. He has not been shipped as of yet. And this is, I already own the Back to the Future 1 set of Doc and Marty, and I have the Back to the Future 2 of Doc and Marty, and I have the DeLorean. I finally got my DeLorean, which if you've been watching my channel, you see me got my DeLorean and all the problems I had getting my DeLorean. And then I pre-ordered the Back to the Future 3. Now I will not buy the Back to the Future 3 DeLorean because I think it's stupid. Okay, it's gonna come with railroad tracks, something like that. Doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm very happy with my Back to the Future vehicle that I have, and I plan on that. That's it. That's the only one I'm gonna buy. And then if you open this up, it says a perfect way to travel through time. Get that little card thing in front there, and if you pull out the card in front, now I'm not gonna take out all the little bits and pieces of this thing. I'm gonna see if I can show you what I see as soon as I open that up there, without getting too much glare. I'm gonna move this thing around. I'm working on this. I'm working on it. But I will take Marty out. Now he does come with some stuff. He comes with stuff. I can take this part off. Now last time I did this, I think I did it with like a steak Pliskin or whatever. I lost half the hands and legs underneath my table over here, and that was just not a good thingamajiggy there. So I'm going to try to do this the best way I possibly can. So in here, we have some stuff. Okay, if you look right there, if I can do this, you get the pan that he threw. That it was like the first ever Frisbee. You got the walkie-talkie up there that he made out of it was like a giant battery and a walkie-talkie. I don't know where they got the walkie-talkies from, but they made walkie-talkie. I'm pretty sure Doc and Marty had the walkie-talkies with them, and then they just attached the battery. You got the gun that he ends up winning at the shooting contest there because he's so good at duck hunt or whatever it was. Inside here is actually a picture of Doc and Marty standing next to the clock tower before they put the clock tower up. Right? Yep. And then we have the metal piece where Marty he puts on his chest there, reenacting Clint Eastwood's scene from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I don't know. You can I don't know, call me out on that. Then you have, it comes with his little poncho. There's a little poncho there. I'm not going to open that thing up. You get a replica of the hoverboard. All right. Okay, which I already got one of these with the other Marty, which was actually, the other one was actually cooler because it was magnetized. This one is not magnetized. This one is more of like for show. It's just like, hey, look, you got the hoverboard because if you remember Back to the Future 3, he does bring the hoverboard back to the future, into the past. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you're Back to the Future fan. You know what I'm talking about. And then we have my little Marty. Okay, now I'm gonna move this out of the way because I'm gonna get up close with you. I'm getting up close with you. Here we go. Because no, I'm gonna get as close as I can without breaking my arms. Now I don't want to take all the plastic out and everything like that, but I will drop the plastic from his face because I'm not ready to display him yet. I'm not gonna display him until I get Doc. When I get Doc, then I'll display him with. So what I want to do is I already have my original Doc and Marty with the DeLorean, and then inside the case, my D12 case thing there, I want to put Back to the Future 2, Doc and Marty, Marty on the hoverboard, Doc standing on the side, just chilling, and I want to put the Western Doc and Marty in the back. Okay, but I don't have Doc yet, but I'm gonna come close. I'm gonna show you the detail in his face. Here we go. I'm coming up. I'm gonna do that hand thing there that they do. Look at this. This is awesome. I mean, it is absolutely awesome. I was extremely excited and happy. I paid $250 on this for this thing. I did a PayPal thing, whatever. It was actually a payment plan through Sideshow Collectibles, and I've had him sitting in my cot thing like forever. And finally, they decided they were going to release him. So some people have gotten their Doc. So I'm thinking my Doc is gonna show up pretty soon. He should be here pretty soon. I'm not gonna take the plastic off. I don't want to take anything off yet until I'm ready to display him. But look him right in the face there. I mean, I know I got to do this little thing here so my camera adjusts, but it's in the eyes. It's all in the eyes and the face. That's this Sideshow Hot Toys stuff. Man, they do such a great job. I mean, I don't think I'm ever gonna actually grow up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna probably die a kid. And I told my kids, I'm like, you got to keep track of this stuff. You got to keep track of all these things that I'm purchasing because I have a strange feeling that your mother, when I drop dead, she's gonna do like one of these. You know when they have those, you drop dead and they have the open houses, and some people, like the older people, what they do is they like give you like a bag. They give you. I seen open houses where they give you a bag and they're like, okay, fill up your bag for like $20, something like that. You know what I mean? And some of these flippers go in there and they grab like thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff and they just fill up their bag and then on their way out they got a big smile on their face and they're like, here's the $20, here you go, I fill up my bag. And I mean, and then you know what? They don't even have any like what's the word I'm looking for? Like remorse or whatever. They overfill their bag. They're stuffing stuff in the bag. I mean, they're like pushing down on things so they can get as much as they can in that bag so that way they can put it on their eBay store or whatever and flip the thing for a ridiculous amount of money. Meanwhile, the poor guy that just passed away and the poor wife that is probably just trying to get money so she can pay her bills because she's probably moving to a condo somewhere in the middle of Florida because her husband's dead and she don't know what to do with herself and she's just trying to make ends meet. And instead of somebody coming in and saying, hey, you know what, lady, your husband's collection is worth thousands of dollars. Let me, you know, I see you're old. I see that you're just trying to make ends meet. Let me help you out a little bit. No, they give them $20, and then they go out and make a YouTube video laughing at you. And I'm so scared. That's like that, and my basement being flooded is the two things I fear the most in my life. Okay, I know after I'm dead, it's not gonna make much difference anyway. But I would like my kids to benefit, or my wife to benefit from all of this collecting throughout the years. Because I was telling my wife the other day, I'm like, we were just talking about my CDs, just the CDs alone. I said, you know that some of the Beatles CDs I got, and Rolling Stones, and Beatles, Rolling Stones, Elvis, and David Bowie CDs I have. I said, just this section alone right over here is like worth like well in the thousands. Okay. You have no idea. You have no idea what I've been collecting. How I said my Blu-ray collection. I'm like, I got stuff that's out of print. There's things that people really want. I said, when I pass, and she's like, then you need to start keeping track of this stuff. You start writing this stuff down so I know what things are worth. And I'm like, I don't really want to, because it's kind of a bummer to think about. It's kind of a bummer to think about, because I'm telling you, I'm getting a little bit older in age, and I'm not an old man, you know what I mean? But in my head, I'm like, man, it's like, I've been like working since I was 12 and a half years old. 12 almost 13 years old. I went and got a worker's permit, and I went to work, and I believe it was like 13 or whatever. I was stocking shelves and stuff like that. And I just been working ever since. And now I'm up in age, and I'm like, wow, man, you know, like I like to retire eventually and enjoy the things that I have. But I don't want to be sitting here cataloging everything for preparation of my death. You know, that part's kind of a bummer. It's kind of a bummer thinking about it, that my wife's like, well, you know, I like you to put like price, like I should get a ticket gun, you know, and put like prices on it, like it's not prices, ticket and everything. So that way when I drop dead, people come in like a store, and they'd be like, oh, 1995, oh, $200 or $500 or $1.50. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, that's a bummer. That's bum me right out. Yeah, I think that's what she's after. That's what she wants to do. But I thought I'd share. This was a little moment here. I had a little bit of a long day at work. Sometimes they get long. You know, the kids are great. Kids are great, but it's a battle in my mind. You know what I mean? If anybody suffers from like any mental illness, you know what I mean? It's like I'm functional. You know, I'm a functional person, which is kind of funny, because it's like, okay, well, you teach preschool, but you have problems. You have anxiety, major anxiety issues, but you teach preschool. How does that work? How does that work when your mind is always racing and you have anxiety issues? How does that work that you're able to go in and you have 9 kids or 20 kids in front of you and entertain 9 to 20 kids and teach 9 to 20 kids when you're battling with something yourself? How do you do that? That's a question that I've been asked for you. How do you do that? Is it like, and I always joke, I go because the 1,000 voices in my head, they come out in puppets. They come out in the way that I teach. They come out in the way that I act in front of the children, whatever. And I'm able to entertain them by the way that I do things. We decided to have Christmas week. It's not even close to Christmas, but this week was Christmas week, okay? And I'm singing Christmas song. We were doing the reindeer pokey today, okay? I'm like an older guy, you know what I mean? I'm reindeer pokeying, okay? Now the normal person might look on the outside and say something wrong with that picture, but I feel like there's a purpose for me in my life, and this must be my purpose. I just wish that financially things would straighten out, like where I was comfortable. You know, I don't know about you people. Like, comment below. I'm gonna open a quick little forum here of people commenting below. How many of you all are like financially comfortable where you can go out and have a meal and not really worry about how much the meal costs? This is a serious question, okay? Because I'll tell you, me and my wife have been on trips. Not long, big trips. I'm talking. I've never been on a plane in my life. I've never been on a boat in my life. Okay. I'm just saying the trips that we've been on, the car rides. Okay. But we go on trips, and in my head, I'm like, okay, I saved like $800. I got $800 in my pocket. Okay. And I'm planning on spending that $800 on this trip. We're gonna go out to eat at every restaurant we want. I'm not even gonna look at the bill. We're just gonna have a good time. And then I get there and I can't have a good time. I'm constantly worried about how we're gonna do, because I'm like, okay, this is all well and good that we're over here in La La Land, okay? It's all well and good that we're over here in Fantasyland, and we're out on a trip, and we're at a hotel, okay? Matter of fact, the first, I'll tell you, I'm up at my age here, okay? I'm a little bit up, okay? And I stayed in a hotel for the first time, I would say about 2.5, 3 years ago. I think was the first time I was ever in a hotel room. I've never been in a hotel room in my entire childhood. My entire childhood, never in a hotel room. My parents never took me anywhere. Okay, I never been to Disney. I never been to Universal Studios. I never been to anywhere. My parents never took me anywhere. Okay, so I'll tell you, my daughter was like, hey, I want there was a place that she wanted to go to. I can't even remember the name of the place. It doesn't matter. Okay, so it's a place she wanted to go to. I was happy with the hotel. I was just happy staying at the hotel. I was like, well, this is amazing. TV, clean sheets, air conditioning. This is great. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. And go pick me up a couple pizzas and shut the door. And you guys can go walk around in the heat or whatever. Just leave me alone. I'm happy. I'm just happy. So yeah. But the question is I used to work with guys that used to be like every single Friday night, Saturday night, they take their wives out to eat, and they just didn't care. It was like literally like financially they were like, oh, I'm going, and the restaurants they were telling me like were these real expensive restaurants, and I'm like, I've never been. Oh, well, you should try it sometime. No, I'm never gonna try it. I'm never gonna try it sometime because in my head I can't put behind my head like I can go spend, and I know what you're saying. I can go spend $250 on something like this, okay? Because I feel like after I'm done with it, I still got it. It's still here. I can look at it. I can still hold it. Whatever. Food, you eat it. You go to the bathroom, take a dump. That's it. It's all done. It's gone. So going to a fancy restaurant, I can't wrap my head around it. I can't wrap my head around. But on top of that, financially, that I had to make payments on. That I had to make a payment on, and I had to put it in my on my calendar. And when I go to on a trip or on to a restaurant, whatever, I just can't do it. I know, because I know that after I'm done enjoying myself, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna regret it. I'm going to have regrets that I just spent way too much money on a stupid thing. Like, I spent too much money on food. It didn't make any sense. We went on this trip. Okay, the trip is done. Like, these people that go on cruises all the time, these people that go on planes all the time, they're constantly going to Disney, constantly going to Florida, constantly going to wherever they're going. Okay, London, France, wherever they're going. After it's done, it's just done. All it is a memory. It's just a little, my movies are memories. So that to me, that's worthwhile. But I would still like to one day be able to look into my bank account and be like, yeah, I got a comfortable amount that I'm set for the rest of my life. I'm comfortable that I can go out and eat. If I wanted to go to McDonald's or whatever, I don't have to go check the bank account first before I go make the purchase. I don't have to go check my bank account first before I go and put gas in my car. I literally, I have a whole routine where my alarm goes off in the morning at 7:15 every morning. I don't have to be at work till 8 o'clock. 7:15, I get up, get to the bottom of my bed. 7:15, I check my bank account every single morning to see what came out, what didn't come out, what's going to come out every single morning. And I'll tell you, it plays on you. It plays on your head. And it's like, but I would like for one day where I don't have to worry about that. I would love to have like $1,000 in my bank at all times. I am not that guy. I am not that $1,000 guy in the bank. I am lucky if I have like $200 in my bank. Okay, randomly, okay, because it just kind of sucks sometimes, it just kind of sucks. And as I'm getting older, I would like to be able to enjoy what they call it, the golden years. Yeah, I don't remember the Golden Girls ever being like, I don't remember the episode where they were checking their bank account and being like, well, maybe I'm wrong, but they just lived. When do I get to just live? Okay, that's the question. And you have that. Do you live like that? Are you able to just like say, like, not even looking, not even care? You're so wealthy and so comfortable in your life that you're just able to do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it, and you don't have to worry about anything. You have no worries whatsoever. Because that's my goal in life. My goal in life is to not have any more worries and to have my mind be at peace. Because I'll tell you, psychologically and mentally, worrying about things every single day is tough. It's tough. And this episode went on way too long, and I talked about way too much stuff. And you know what? I'm just glad that you guys stuck around. Do me a favor, please hit the subscribe button. Don't unsubscribe because I bummed you out or whatever. Listen, you should be supporting mental health. Okay, isn't that like a thing? You support people with problems. Okay, you help people out that have problems. Well, I'm asking you for a little bit of help because it does bring me a little bit of joy when I get comments. It brings me joy when I get subscribers. It brings me joy when I see a like or something pops up. It just makes makes me excited. It makes me happy. It makes me feel like I got purpose, okay? And with that said, my friends, thank you so much for stopping by one more time. I hope the unboxing thing was good. Yes, Scream 6, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs down. I haven't watched it yet. I don't know. And with that said, my friends, thank you, and I will see you later. You should have saved me some.